Hello and welcome back to the Stevie P channel. And the Proteas will play in their second ICC Champions Trophy match tomorrow against Australia. And whilst it's an Australian side that doesn't have likes of a Mitchell Starc and no Pat Cummins and a couple of big players missing, it's still a world-class Australian side. And I think under the captaincy of Steve Smith, they will be very, very difficult to beat this tournament. I mean, they looked like they didn't even need to get out of second gear to beat England last week. And they're a side that as soon as they arrive at ICC champion, well, any sort of ICC event, they come into their own and they know how to win things. They are the most successful team in history for good reason. And this for me is a big game in the group, because if the Proteas were to beat Australia, for example, it gives us the opportunity to potentially, not get a result against England. Whereas if we were to lose to Australia, then that England basically becomes a quarterfinal. So I do think we can beat that England side. I also think we can beat the Australian side, to be fair, if we do rock up. It's going to come down to our bowling, though. So Temba Bavuma has given a pre-match press conference and has confirmed that Klaasen is in a bit of a race against fitness. So he will train this afternoon, and thereafter the medical staff will make a final call on his availability for tomorrow. Huge call that is, because Heinrich Klaasen coming into that side just makes the Proteas so much better. He's our premier batsman. So to not have him in the first game was really big. To get a result, such a big result without him would have given the batting side things a lot of confidence. But they need to once again pitch up tomorrow. The big question from a selection point of view is, if he is fit, who drops out? Now, gut says Tony He kind of makes the most sense. You kind of have to be quite ruthless at this Champions Trophy. You've only got 3 group games. Temba Bavuma scored runs. Ryan Rickleton scored runs. Aidan Markram scored runs. Vian Mulder chipped in. Rasmus Dustin scored runs. So, you could go with the David Miller out, Heinrich Klaasen straight swap, but I really want to see a bit more power towards the back end of that of our innings. So I do think you probably need both them. Tony didn't score any runs, so I think that he probably drops out. Temba Bavuma goes up to the top of the order, and Klaasen comes in. The big question comes with the bowlers. So for me, it's kind of Lungi Ngidi or Tabraiz Shamsi. I'll be surprised if we were to see a Corbin Bosch come in. I think that Corbin Bosch obviously adds to our batting, but we're already playing 2 all-rounders, and KG Abada is no mug with a bat, neither is Kesar Mararaj. So I don't think you necessarily need to look at bringing Corbin Bosch in for an extra batting option. And I'll be surprised, for example, if he takes the new ball, if he does play. So I'll be surprised, basically, if he comes in for Lungi Ngidi, if we go with sort of straight swap from team. Yes, does bowl a lot faster. Doesn't necessarily have the same sort of variations and the likes of them. Both of them were equally as expensive in the warm-up games. So I don't think there's a lot between them, to be honest, from a bowling point of view. So the big question becomes, do we play Tabraiz Shamsi? Do we want to go with 2 spinners and a frontline spinner that can try and be a wicket-taking option against Australia? It's a big call. Tabraiz Shamsi, I don't think has been at his best in the last sort of 6 months, but when he's on song, he creates chances. That's what a leggy does. A leggy is a wicket-taker. And we need to wickets against Australia. If they bat 50 overs, we're in trouble. I think that's probably the big thing, is we have to try and get through that batting order. So I do think you probably need to be looking at bringing your wicket-taking options in tomorrow. So I personally wouldn't be surprised if we do see Tabraiz Shamsi come in. And in terms of what Temba Bavuma had to say, he said, we were training yesterday and there was considerable amount of dew compared to other venues. It looks a good wicket, though, and it should be another day where there are runs. He said, we are quite bullish about our chances. Confidence is good. We are quite optimistic about how far we can go in this competition, which is good to see. I think they will be feeling confident after that first game. They ticked all the boxes, didn't they, really? Probably could have bowled a little bit better, in certain parts of the game. But, with the exception of Lungi Ngidi, everyone was relatively controlled, taking wickets. The batting, I think maybe we could have been a bit more explosive. But lots of batters contributing, lots of people getting starts. I thought we were very good in the field, nice catches, good ground fielding. So it was a very good all-round performance. The question is, can you kind of take the confidence into tomorrow's game and try and get a result against one of the tournament favourites? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Hopefully we're in for a good game tomorrow. I'd really like to see us try and get over the line. It would be a massive statement of intent if you were to go and beat Australia tomorrow. It would put us, very much in the opportunity of topping the group, which means you avoid India in the semi-finals, and you'll probably play, you probably would have said New Zealand, but now they're struggling against Bangladesh, so you play Pakistan or maybe Bangladesh come off good, but I'll be surprised. But net run rate could come into that in Group A. But what do you think? Give me your predictions down in the comments below, and we'll see you guys after the game for hopefully a very positive post-match reaction.